said it was one of the greatest games ever played. You know, of course, I wanted the Bills to win that. I was in a division with. I was in the division, so I'm just naturally a hater. I'm just naturally a chief hater. Like, I'm not afraid to say that. I'm just naturally, a hater. I wanted them to lose, but they pulled it off, and it was a great game for the ages. Whenever they talk about, whenever they're getting ready to put Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the Hall of Fame, and that game, and of course games throughout these upcoming years will be the games that they talk about.
Yeah, I mean, when you go up against the other great quarterbacks in the league, you always want to win. You always want to compete. Josh is a great guy. I mean, he's a great quarterback, physically talented, can throw, can run, can really do it all. But he's a great dude too. And so obviously, when we're on the football field, we were competing against each other, and we want to beat each other's teams. But I have a ton of respect for him and the player and person that he is.
What's good with it, YouTube world? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with another one, man. Hit them buttons. Hit them comments. Let's talk. Want to hear from everyone. You know what I mean? Bills fan, Chiefs fan, neutral party. Don't have a dog in the fight. Just a fan of football. I want to hear everyone's take on this game. Right? What do you think is going to be the keys to victory? What positional matchups are you looking at out there, etc.? What do you think is going to play a big factor in the game? I want to hear it all, man. You guys hear Von Miller. I love that, right? He by nature, he hates Patrick Mahomes, even before touching down in Buffalo and becoming a Buffalo Bill, from his time in the AFC West with the Broncos competing against the Chiefs and Mahomes. He just has that extra hate for Mahomes that on a competitive level. You know what I'm saying? Is we know these guys are warriors. They go out there every week, fight. Fans lose sight of that a lot of the times, man, get caught up in the ish. But, man, some really great talent between these two teams. That's a fact, man. And you hear Mahomes talking about how outstanding of a competitor Josh Allen is, and Josh is really on one this year, man. I really didn't make a video after the Steelers game. I mean, the algorithm has been all bad. It's demotivating to make videos, but I'm hoping some viewers out there, some fans find this one and join the discussion in the comments, as that's what it's all about over here. That's what we do. We coffee talk it up. So make sure to tap in, sub up if you haven't done so yet. But this is it, man. This is everything. And before I move along, I got to say, man, Nick Wright, I'm so sick of this fucking guy. I mean, I get it. That's his shtick, right? Trolling the Bills, trolling Josh Allen. He's never going to let it go. He's never going to stop. And I like with the internet, that's what it is, so often. Sometimes people tell me, yo, Coffee, why don't you just talk wild greasy about everyone and troll? Everybody get your troll on type ish, like people love it. And don't get me wrong, trolling can be funny and everything. And as I say that, I give props out to the Chiefs fans. I don't know if the organization came up with this joke or a fan or who did this, but y'all see that little graphic where they're like, Chiefs texting the Bills. Hey, allow yourself some extra time to get through traffic. It's going to be crazy. Well, why? How? What's traffic looking like? What you talking about? How long? 13 seconds. Okay, I could take a joke. That's pretty funny. You know what I mean? But it's like, getting back to Nick Wright, though, this guy is a straight up clown. Okay. That's all he's got. Is that all that he does? I don't know. I think his takes are garbage. I think he's a buster, and I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? I didn't even include his clip. But they're like, oh, he's going to dethrone your guy. Well, do it then, Buffalo. Do it. I hope that motivates this team. You know what I mean? I hope, we know these dudes are turned up to the maximum already, but I just hope, they, Josh Allen and the Bills have a little extra chip on their shoulder because of Nick Wright. I just can't stand this guy. You know what I mean? It's getting old. Am I the only one that thinks so? Jump in and comment. And also, what do you think about this tweet in these comparisons that are being made that are saying that, Allen versus Mahomes is becoming the modern day Brady versus Manning? That's a pretty big comparison there. I mean, I hate our guy being compared to Brady or whatever. Obviously, we know Brady's an amazing quarterback and everything, but like on a rivalry level, y'all know I just don't like Brady or whatever. You know what I mean? But man, is it the modern day Brady Manning? I don't know. Nick Wright, I guess, doesn't think so. But again, he's just a clown. And I just hope Nick will shut the fuck up and, tap in. Guys, let me know your thoughts regarding that. But you see, they're talking about with the ads running up to this game, the networks and everything are having a lot of fun hyping this game up. They're like, this is the rematch of the biggest playoff game ever, right? And do you agree with that? Is this possibly the greatest playoff game of all time? What we saw, last year during the divisional round. I'll tell you, I let that one roll off me. I don't know what it is, what it was. But there's been a lot of tough losses and stuff like that had me feeling some kind of way, had me feeling upset. But that one, I don't know if I just blocked it out or whatever. But I don't know. I dealt with it somewhat well, and here we are now. If you guys recall, last year, regular season, the Bills smoked the Chiefs' boots, and then we saw what happened in the playoffs. But I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm feeling really good about this one. Josh Allen is on one. Quite frankly, I think possibly losing that game, the way that season ended, had Josh come out on more of a fierce level this year, as well as the rest of the team. But I mean, look at last week. Like I said, I didn't really make any videos. Josh had like 350 yards passing at the half. Gabe Davis, who it's funny to me that around the league, like in Buffalo, we've been known who Gabe Davis was from his first game with the Bills in his rookie season. He was making a lot of amazing catches, a deep threat, tight rope in it. You know what I mean? Getting his feet in bounds. Like from the moment he got on the field with the Bills, he's made an impact. But to the rest of the league who doesn't keep up on everything like that. So I guess we'll put it like that. They're like seeing what Gabe did last year, that 4-touchdown playoff performance, setting records, multiple records. They're like, oh my God, who is this guy? Like, last week, holy fuck, what a stat line. Was it only those 2 receptions, both for touchdowns, like the 98-yarder to start off the game? We get backed up on the 2 after a muffed kickoff or whatever, and there goes Gabe, 98 on third down, you know what I mean? And then later in the game, that one-handed catch, as originally the defender was kind of trying to make a play for that ball and pull it away for an interception. And Gabe was just like, get the fuck up off me. You know what I mean? Like, I loved what we saw out there. So much amazing talent. A lot of guys. We saw Hodgins getting called up from the practice squad. Comment, guys, who else out there were you watching that you were like, wow, like there was just so much great stuff going on. I couldn't believe it. Like we decimated the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Like, last year the Patriots fans got all turned up and everything and happy because of that, that win game where they pulled off a win, like whatever, they got the W. And then we went out there in the second matchup and in the playoffs and absolutely just pimp smacked them. You know what I mean? Gave Belichick the worst loss of his career. And then we go out there last week and do the same damn thing to Tomlin, give him the worst loss of his career. Like, he didn't even know what to say at the end of the game. You know what I mean? I mean, we saw some good things from the Steelers. Like, Pickett looked pretty good, man, their quarterback, but you're going up against the Bills. That's not going to be enough. And, we've gotten so much better since last year. Obviously, we've made some additions to the team and everything. But a big thing is depth. Like we saw with guys that were calling up, as we got bit by the injury bug a little bit, like at wide receiver. We got talent, depth. You know what I'm saying? Guys coming up, you're like, damn, these guys are nice too. We see it with the cornerbacks, like we all saw when Hyde went down. We got very worried, myself included. And Dane, obviously we know Dane's been back, but Trey White's on his way back. He's out there practicing. I don't believe he's playing this week. He's going to play next week, but just so much depth everywhere. It's amazing, man. And I don't know. I really think that the Bills are going to go out there and get this W. I truly do. Again, I want to know your takes in the comments. Again, I want to know if you think this is the biggest playoff game of all time, or was the biggest playoff game, best playoff game ever. I don't know. I was like, don't get me wrong, I watched that game. You know what I'm saying? My heart was going through my chest, the roller coaster of emotions and everything like that. But like I said, after it, I just kind of put that out my mind, let it roll off me. And, I haven't thought much about that game. But, obviously it was an amazing game. But was it the greatest playoff game of all time? I truly like to know. And that brings up another point. I'm surprised this isn't a primetime game. Comment, guys. Do you agree with that? Like, we know the Bills have been getting more love, getting more primetime games, but I can't believe they didn't do that for this rematch. Chiefs, Bills, Mahomes, Allen. You don't put that as a primetime game. And I know like they can do the whole flex schedule thing, but I think that's normally something that they do later in the year, like those last few weeks of the season when teams may be resting guys or certain games end up being meaningless, things to that extent. But I don't know, it's a 1:00 game Eastern time. Who would have thunk it? Not me. And something else I want to say real quick regarding the depth and everything like that. A move that we saw go down earlier in this week that I didn't mention was Tavon Austin getting his walking papers by his own request. And I feel foolish, man. When we signed Tavon Austin in the offseason, I made a video going nuts about it. Like I was so turned up and like, oh man, like I remember when he was coming up in the draft, I wanted Tavon Austin on our squad. I think that was actually the year we took EJ Manuel. But long story short, I made a big deal about it, and it wasn't a big deal. This guy made the practice squad. And, when he saw Hodgins and Gentry get called up to the active roster, he was in his feelings that it wasn't him. And he said, hey, release me. I want to, take my talent somewhere else and, fight for a roster spot and try to get back out there on an NFL field and make plays. What do you guys think? Is anyone really is he going to be a hot commodity on the free agent market? I don't think anyone's snatched him up as of yet. And with that being said, something else I want to ask you guys about. What do you think's going to happen? And when I say this, know that I've been super busy, super tied up, haven't been paying attention to everything going on. But with bringing Hodgins and other guys up to the active roster, did we sneak them back down or attempt to sneak them back down to the practice squad yet? That's something that freaks me out, making moves like that with the depth and talent that we got with guys that we call up, because we know we got the ball out there trying to snatch guys up, and I don't know. So let me know about that. Again, No Coffee has not really been keeping up on everything this week. Like I said, I more or less just kind of wanted to throw this video out there, say, fuck Nick Wright, and open up the comment thread and get the discussion going. So with that being said, please tap in, join the discussion. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, your opinion, everything. That's what we do. I'm active in them comments. I always am. I'm paying attention to what people are saying. Unless you're saying some BS flunkery, I'll ignore you, worse than a deadbeat dad. You know what I mean? And something else I wanted to mention real quick, too. I saw a Buffalo Bills platform out there, tweeting about reports of OBJ being spotted in Buffalo at the airport. And what does everyone think about that? It was kind of crazy. Odell Beckham was like in the replies mad, at some of the stuff that fans were saying, that they don't really know who he is and things to that extent. Like that kind of plucked me up to see that, like OBJ ain't a guy that's new to social media. You know what I mean? Since he touched down in the league, it's been the social media era and things like that. You know what I mean? He's definitely that next gen era of players. So I don't know. It's like crazy. It's like OBJ coming off this surgery and injury I don't know. Like, that speaks to me. Is he unsure of himself? Like, why is he so worried about what these fans are saying? And to be frank, too, when I looked through the replies, the comments or whatever, I didn't see that much people talking to Ish. You know, that's been a narrative out there. You know, as we know, Von Miller's been trying to recruit OBJ, and Andre Reed bumped into him during the offseason at a crypto event in Atlantic City. And, you know, it's like, will he come try to chase another ring with Von Miller in Buffalo? What's the deal? What's going on? But I don't know. Like, some people were debating if that was a joke, like the whole such and such is at the airport, or if that was serious. You know, because most people have been thinking when OBJ is 100%, he is healthy, the Bills might sign him. Do you see that happening? Do you want him in Buffalo? What do you think about that whole situation as well? Jump in the comments. But thanks again for watching, everyone. Once again, don't forget to sub up. Stay tuned. More videos coming. Music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more, guys. It's coffee, and I'm gone.